You know, I know a lot of folks that come, that work with us are swimmers, and sometime along the way they're probably going to take a lifeguarding job or something like this. So I have a little story that I think is an important story. Extremely important if you're going to be a lifeguard or in some kind of duty like that impacts people's lives. So I had a guy come in one time, and he was bringing his son in for an event that we were holding. And he came up to me and he says, "You know, my son is very important to me." And I said, "Okay." And he says, "Let me say this one more time." He says, "My son is very important to me." Okay, no problem. He says, "Let me just say this one more time to you so you get this. My son is very important to me." I said, I think I'm missing something." He says, "I think you are, and I just want to explain why." He says, "I used to have a daughter and a son, and I still would, had the lifeguards been watching when my daughter swam in front of the blocks and somebody dove off and hit her in the head with their head and knocked her out cold. But unfortunately, the lifeguards were actually flirting with girls and talking with girls and telling jokes." He says, "Now I have a son, and my son is really important to me." And I said, "Wow. I completely understand why he said that, and I got to tell you something." I said, "I really appreciate you letting me know." And so for you folks that are going to lifeguard or be in some kind of position where you're going to hold someone's lives in your hands, and sometimes it's easy to get out of focus and watch, talk with the girls or the guys or something like this. Remember, you hold lives in your hands. You never want to do that to a family. You never want to have that happen in yours. So if you can, make sure you stay focused when lives are on the line. It's so important. And in a job like lifeguarding, one of the toughest things is to stay connected to what's going on. And it's not an easy job. It's a difficult job because sometimes it's boring. And when it is boring, at one moment that you're needed, it's so important to be alert and be able to do what you need to do. So please, if you take a job like that, make sure you're there to help people, and keep as soon as you get out of work, then go ahead and do that, but not while you're at work in that type of position. Thank you.